What up, guys? It's the legendary Kenan here, and I'm very sorry for this very late review of the last two episodes. I have been really busy lately. Work has been crazy. They've been moving my shift around so much. I've I've struggled just to keep up with this whole review and gameplay. I've been trying to find time and day to do it, but I'm just like all over the place at this point. I starting to understand why my friend hasn't really been appearing much because she has work in college too. So let's go back to review of episode 108 of Dragon Ball Z Super. And it starts off I'm trying to remember how it started off. It's been a while since I've seen it, but let's get the basically the gist of the episode is. It's mostly be centered around Frieza and Gohan and Frost. That's basically what the three has been down to. As Goku is struggling with the confusing love power of Brianna. It's obvious it's talking about love, and Goku doesn't know much about love apparently. He has a be confused. Even Krillin states that out, but not really much importance. Not really important as we're going back to Gohan versus Jimenze, a Yarderac, and Gohan having trouble with keeping up with instant transmission. And I think we all know where this is going. For the love of God, Gohan's transform already to Super Saiyan. I know Saiyan's base powers are weak as hell. Just transform already, because it's all that basically Saiyans are good for anyway. The transformation, like they can't fight anything with base. So he's getting his butt kicked, and Frieza appears saying like he's gonna help out, but we know if he's just gonna watch. My opinion about Frieza's watching is because he's just gonna see what he can do and stuff. He's like he won't interfere, and this causes Jiminza to view Universe 7 as less because they're just watching them die like well mostly instead of viewing Frieza, you more Universe 7, and Gohan's getting his ass kicked left and right. He can't keep up intermittent and about to get finished him off. Then Frieza saves Gohan with the excuse that we all enjoy and love. Oh, my hand slipped. Frieza, why your hands keep slipping? I know it's not really slipping, but come on, man. Different excuse, man. I swear. Like, oh, I killed someone. Whoops, my hand slipped. Like, seriously, stop slipping. Stop with that excuse. It's a funny excuse, but you may eventually run down. But I don't think run down. Frieza's actually going to keep that excuse for. So Frieza decides to jump in and starts fighting. But since Frieza knows about the instant transmission, it's not going to work on him. So he just dodges it with speed. And then once what off it's his transmission, Frieza's basically just beat the crap out of him. And Frieza enjoys it a lot and starts like wrapping around his tail and it was brutal. Like, and starts beating the crap out of him. Eventually to the point where like he fires a death beam, and they're like, oh shit, Frieza's gonna actually kill Jaminza, and he just Frieza's not that dumb on it. What he just barely keeps him up, barely keeps him up. Like, the training from the guy with that Lycoma is like I think it's Lycoma, I'm not sure what his name is. Was like he knows how to keep him an inch of their life, and like whatever happens outside, it's not his problem. So he just basically throws him Jaminza out and starts. And Universe 2 gets a little bit nervous about Frieza because Frieza is god evil and is just menacing enough for we all agree like that. Master Roshi being as wise as he is pervy, not pervy anymore, but he's still pervy, is well aware of Frieza's intention and possibly could start going and attacking the god of destruction. Frieza still wants to be ruler of all, even if he tries to oppose the Omni King as well, but I'm curious where his plan is. Then comes in Frost, the least favorite character of all, which honestly like I understand why, man. In my opinion, they just wasted a character. It could have made Frost a good version of a Frieza race or Frosty, whatever they call it. But they made him another Evo, which is a second Frieza, honestly, but which is a very unpopular thing to do. That's probably the reason that most people do it because he's a coward and stuff. And honestly, I remember it's a style of fighting. It's a style of fighting. That's how assassins work. I mean, Frost could be a really good assassin. He just yeah, it's like a ninja, like basically. Like I don't really care about his fighting style. I more care about he made him a bad guy. That's my issue. Anyway, they decided to work together, and Frost is like has a death beam ready just in case Frieza tries something. And Goku and Gohan and Frieza start fighting out. And Frieza before Frieza said something that we all were thinking, just transform, otherwise you won't be getting your ass kicked every time. Like, yeah, Frieza gets it. Frieza's not stupid. Like if you're getting your back, if your base one doesn't work, go Super Saiyan. That's how Saiyans basically have been winning these fights all day. Like they can't their base forms their base power is terrible, so they need Super Saiyan. Yeah, I'm calling Saiyan's base power is terrible. Like if you have a problem with me, just come in chat, man. I'll explain why. Now, it, Gohan just finally decides to turn Ultimate Gohan, which is a pretty cool form. As soon as the little hair goes down, like the Super Saiyan 2, it's for real. I'm not sure how strong the Ultimate Gohan form is, but it keeps the Super Saiyan God. So I'm like, that's actually a pretty cool thing. This also made Frieza turn gold. You know it's Ryu's animation from the episode 96, I think. It's still a pretty good form to look at. It's a beautiful transformation, and this makes Frost immediately like stop it. Like, oh man, this guy is in a new level. I mean, actually stop. Frost knows when it's too strong, and it was basic about 5, but eventually Golden Frieza was too much for Ultimate Gohan. And Frost walks in, casually calling him Senpai, which I thought was a pretty cute thing. Like like Frieza being mentoring Frost. That could have gone somewhere, but Frost wants to wonders like if he can go to that level. And Frieza politely says like if you train hard enough, you will get to this level too. Which I found was a touching moment, but I didn't trust Frieza one bit. No one trusts Frieza. Like, well, personally me because I don't trust anyone. But this is the first time you see full power Frieza, where it says full power Frieza is slower. Which back during the Namek saga of Frieza, that wasn't really the case. It was just Frieza being much stronger. And we did get to see full power Frost. So that's pretty cool too. But we went through the whole Super Saiyan buff thing. I explained like it's too slow too. But like, is it? I mean, like it wasn't that slow when we were fighting Goku and Namek. So maybe it was something different. And Frieza taught the important before they can continue. Frieza taught Frost a lesson that I already know. Don't don't trust anyone, which I still like. It may be rude, like mean, like don't trust anyone. In my opinion, trusting people, I don't trust anyone either, even my own parents, even myself, for that matter. So I understand Frieza's point, and basically he just death beams, blasts Frost out of the ring, and eliminating him. And Frieza explained that he didn't work with amateurs, and just which pissed Frost off to the point where he wants to blast. And Omni Kings just erased Frost because of outside interference. Frost will make a good referee in WWE. And that's it for Frost. Frost is gone. And you get the one line that Frieza says to Gohan, he even says his name, which shows that he actually respects Gohan a bit, is like, let's get stronger together. I'm like, that sounds not like what Frieza, maybe it's manipulative or something like that. This does turn a turning point. I'm not sure if Frieza would change it. Frieza's a respected bad guy. Like they even know him Frieza bad guy. I wouldn't say Frieza has changed. I'd say Frieza has a bit more like respect. Like Frieza's now a fighter, not an emperor anymore. This is because he doesn't have an emperor anymore. They're all gone. Frieza's the only one left, and Frieza's now a fighter. He actually trains now. He never trained before, and he's now training now. This is the change. Frieza's changing, but not to a good person. I predict Frieza could be a god of destruction one day, but maybe a god of destruction. Let's say you play this Beerus as a god of destruction. That then probably Goku and Frieza will probably like eventually in the future like communicate, but they'll still hate each other. So something like that. But I do see Frieza could be a possible god of destruction one day. I mean, Frieza has the science of it. Frieza can kill planets, but the Angels will keep Frieza online. That's my pick. But Frieza has changed a bit. I have sensed it. Yeah, I may be human, but I'm strong enough, stronger than hit at a point. Whatever. And as for Frost, in my opinion, Frost was a wasted character. Frost reminded me of this from the opening, from one of the trailer openings of Dragon Ball Z Heroes. We see this Frieza clan like walking through the street. Everyone's terrified of him because he looks like Frieza. He's a Frieza race, like a Frost demon race. But he's actually he's a hero, but he just like hides himself. That what Frost should have been. Frost should have been a good Frieza. We don't, like this is kind of a little bit racist to be all Frieza races are evil. Like they should have at least one good. I thought Frost would eventually get a redemption episode because of yeah, Frost is a scoundrel, but when it comes to he was trying to survive, like maybe eventually Kid Wayne respected Frost at some point, maybe in the down the line it'll probably turn out to it, but I don't know, man. I feel like when they made Frost evil, I'm like, yeah, it's another evil Frieza. I was hoping Frost could have been a good. If I had to actually, I'm really good at rewriting stories to make it perfect. But making Frost a good person could probably be a bit difficult than I anticipated. I have to probably find another person who could be evil too. Maybe Hit or something. I'm not sure. Maybe Frost could just be a good person and just have that no conflict, just a good person in the tournament. But that's my issue with Frost. My people complain Frost being like a coward and all that stuff. Like I said, as an assassin and a ninja, that's actually a normal trait of disappearing out of battle, being deceptive, and all that stuff. Frost is like an assassin. He has poison too. That's basically another assassin trait. But the whole I'm not a fan of his personality. It's fine, but the problem is I do not want another evil Frieza race. I was really when I first saw Frost being a nice person, I'm like, that is really nice. But then he started bringing up Cherry, I'm like, okay, something's not right here. Yeah, that's my opinion on Frost. He's basically a wasted character. He could have been a good person at the end. Maybe he would betray Frieza for the better, not for the whole him being evil and stuff. That's my opinion. And then the episode was all right. We didn't see Frieza change, Frost get eliminated, all that interesting stuff. It was an interesting thing. We got to see Frieza more because we didn't see Frieza do anything much in a bunch of episodes. But I like this one. Frieza finally came to his own. Well, Frieza it showed much of change, which I'm really looking forward to. Anyway, I'm going to actually put in a gameplay tomorrow. And after that, the review for the next episode. If there was an episode, I'm not sure there was. I haven't seen YouTube videos of spoilers, which they're probably everywhere, but they're not. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my video. I'm almost at 300 subs. Maybe I'll get more. Because I feel like I shout out in some of the videos. I think it was Bomo who shouted me out. I appreciate it that much. Anyway, this has been Kenan by Kaiser, Legendary Gamer. Remember, I'm not OP. I'm just that good. Later.
It's time to jump up in the air.